My name is Paul Malone and I'm the Tournament Director with Knight Hoops. Knight Hoops is an inclusion diversion program that uses basketball as a way to engage young people between the ages of 12 and 18. It's about putting a positive program out in front of these people and at the appropriate time. I mean, we run on a Saturday evening and it's most likely a time when they're going to be bored and ignored, and when they are, they want to get some attention and they're potentially going to do something dumb. So my good friend Griff Longley, who's Luke Longley's younger brother, and myself are great friends from high school, and so Griff needed helping with forms and stuff like that. So Griff was actually running a tournament in Midland originally, that's the first one, and then we decided to branch out and do one in the Fremantle-Coburn area. And then that's where Griff said, do you want to do tournament manage it? And then it was a matter of us just sort of working out things and going our own way.
This is Coburn Youth Centre. We're a drop-in centre for 10 to 24-year-olds. My name's Kerry Mulford and I'm the duty supervisor here. Knight Hoops is an amazing program, so I've been volunteering there for 3 years. It's basically an extension of what we do, but it takes place on a Saturday night. So when behaviour's kind of at their extreme, kids are bored, they take the kids to go play basketball and we drop them home, we feed them. It's just the most effective social inclusion program that I've seen in years. I think the one that we've made the most impact on is Troy. He's an amazing young man. I think he would have probably done great things regardless of whether we got hold of him.
For Troy, yeah, he's still very understated, but I think for a lot of young people to see the path that he's chosen is a great positive reflection on what they could potentially achieve.
He's kind of like taking on that coaching role within the teams and, you know, always helping us out, and such a sweetheart, carry all the heavy things to my car, which means a lot to me.
I've just seen him rise up through the system. I mean, he's a humble, respectful young person in the first place, and I guess we are just helping him to nurture that along with his family and his community. So yeah, he can ball.
I'm Troy Kelly. I'm 19 years old and I've been with Knight Hoops now for about 5 years. For me, Knight Hoops started about right at that 5-year stage. Just start off, I heard about it down at my local basketball arena and I just thought, oh, here we go, here's another chance to play basketball a bit more on a Saturday night, instead of going out to parties or just staying home and being bored. I didn't really see Paul until maybe midway through my 5 years at Knight Hoops. I think because he was running another Knight Hoops program up north, but once he came into it, I could just see the kind of guy he was, very happy-go-lucky, but he saw that I was kind of losing the passion for basketball in terms of playing. He immediately kind of swooped in and gave me the opportunity to participate at Knight Hoops in other ways. They just see me as someone who's, especially an Indigenous person who's got their head on straight and can see where they want to go in life. I see a lot of young kids looking up to the wrong people, and I'd actually love to be the role model, like my dad was to me, that they look up to.
A lot of these young people, they're not in trouble to begin with. It's usually their environment through their teenage years that potentially might give them the wrong direction.
Young people have a bad rap. There's a really negative stigma attached to young people just because they wear a black hoodie, you know? These kids are bored. They're opportunistic. They don't have 20 bucks like we used to when we were kids to go to the movies.
Having youth workers on board is a really important component of what we're trying to deliver. Midnight Basketball program wanted us to have security guards on, but we see it more beneficial having youth workers. So someone like Kerry has a great relationship with these young people, and if there's any issues, these issues are known before we even enter into the stadium. They're great kids. All they want is an opportunity to do something positive, and you give them that and they run with it.
I think anyone that works in youth services tends to build that rapport with young people really quickly, but I think the most important thing is consistency and boundaries, because they're not getting those things at home. So they need it and they respect it. Malachi, are you going to clean that when you're done? Don't put your fingerprints all over it then. Thank you. I'd like for people to see it as a way of changing the way we view young people, and instead of being like as harsh as possible with things. No, how about we just try and take a holistic approach to like solving these kids' problems.
Back in 2015 here, as you can see my shirt, we actually had a Singapore trip.
Coming back with the boys, just chatting to them when they got back, and one of the comments one of them made was that when they were walking down the street, people didn't cross the road to avoid them. So, which goes on in the place they live in. So, I think over there they kind of felt like they were more a part of the community over there, and even though they're in a foreign country. So, again, really positive result. And they run this every year now, and so we've had our boys go up previously, but this year we thought it's about time the girls got up.
He was kind of like, well, how do you feel about this? And it's kind of a thing that's close to my heart, being a woman as I am. I would love to see young girls have some amazing opportunities. And when I said that to him, he took it and ran with it. We got a really good response from the board and the general community, so we're taking the girls team.
We're not looking to get night hoops on every street corner, because obviously that would be a bad reflection on our community. We'd like less. We shouldn't happen to be running programs like this. Yeah. I mean, it's a reflection on where a lot of these young people are at, and the social economic disparities that are happening within our own communities. So, we want to be a part of a solution and hopefully create a conversation about all the positive things we can do instead of putting more police out there. We can put more positive programs like this out in the community.